The sun peeked through the trees, casting long shadows on the forest floor. The early morning light filtered through the dense canopy, creating a mosaic of light and shadow that danced with the gentle breeze. It was a beautiful morning in the forest. Birds sang sweet songs, their melodies weaving through the trees and filling the air with a sense of peace and tranquility. The forest was alive with the sounds of nature waking up to a new day. Squirrels chased each other on branches, their playful antics bringing a sense of joy and energy to the morning. They leaped from branch to branch with ease, their bushy tails flicking as they played their endless games of tag. A little mouse named Fofo scurried around, his tiny paws barely making a sound on the forest floor. He was a small creature in a big world, always busy and always on the move. He was collecting seeds for breakfast, carefully selecting the best ones to fill his tiny belly. Each seed was a treasure, a small piece of sustenance that would keep him going through the day.
I wish I had some friends to play with, Fofo thought to himself. He looked around the forest, seeing the other animals playing and enjoying the morning. He felt a pang of loneliness in his heart.
Fofo sighed a tiny sigh, his whiskers twitching with sadness. He loved the forest and all its wonders, but he longed for companionship, someone to share his adventures with. He continued to gather seeds, his mind wandering to thoughts of friendship and fun. He imagined what it would be like to have a friend to share his breakfast with, to play games and explore the forest together. He filled his cheek pouches with sunflower seeds, their rich, nutty flavor a small comfort in his lonely morning. He loved the taste of sunflower seeds, but today they seemed a little less satisfying. He picked up a juicy berry, its bright color catching his eye. He nibbled on it slowly, savoring the sweet taste, but even the delicious berry couldn't lift his spirits. But Fofo did not feel happy. The forest was full of life and beauty, but without a friend to share it with, it felt empty and lonely. He wanted someone to share his breakfast with, someone to laugh with and play with. He looked around, hoping to see a friendly face, but the forest seemed vast and empty.
Maybe if I could fly like a butterfly, I would find some friends, Fofo thought. He watched a butterfly flutter by, its delicate wings shimmering in the sunlight. It seemed so free and happy, able to go wherever it pleased.
Fofo saw a butterfly, its wings a beautiful mosaic of colors. It landed gently on a flower, sipping nectar and enjoying the morning sun. It fluttered its colorful wings, moving gracefully from flower to flower. Fofo watched in awe, wishing he could join the butterfly in its carefree flight. It landed on a bright flower, its wings still for a moment as it enjoyed the sweet nectar. Fofo felt a pang of envy, wishing he could experience the world from the butterfly's perspective. Fofo wished he could fly like a butterfly, to soar above the trees and see the world from a new angle. He imagined the freedom and joy that must come with such a life. He thought maybe then he would find some friends, other creatures who would appreciate his company and share in his adventures. But for now, he was just a little mouse in a big forest, dreaming of a day when he wouldn't feel so alone. Fofo continued his walk. He wanted to find more berries. He saw some growing near a fallen log. He scurried towards them, unaware of the danger. Suddenly he felt something snap shut around his body. He was caught in a net.
Help!
Fofo struggled to get free. He pulled and pushed at the net, but it was no use. The net was too strong. Fofo felt tears welling up in his eyes. He was scared and all alone.
Help!
But no one could hear him. Suddenly, Fofo heard a rustling sound. He froze, his ears twitching as he tried to identify the source of the noise. The forest was usually a place of peace and tranquility, but today, something felt different. A small brown squirrel peeked over the log. He had bright, curious eyes and a bushy tail. This was Tutu, known for his bravery and quick thinking. He often roamed the forest, helping other animals in need.
"What's wrong? My name is Tutu. Why are you crying?" Tutu's voice was gentle but filled with concern. He could see the distress in Fofo's eyes and knew he had to act fast.
I'm Fofo, and I'm caught in this net. I can't get out. Fofo's voice trembled as he spoke. He had been exploring the forest floor when he accidentally stepped into the trap.
Tutu scurried down the log. He examined the net with a frown. The net was made of strong, thick string, and it was tightly wound around Fofo. Tutu knew it wouldn't be easy to free him, but he was determined to try. He began to nibble at the string that held the net together. His sharp teeth made quick work of the first few strands, but there were many more to go. Tutu's determination never wavered as he continued to chew through the tough material.
Don't worry, Fofo. I'll get you out of there. Tutu's voice was filled with confidence. He knew that Fofo needed reassurance as much as he needed help. The bond between the forest animals was strong, and Tutu was determined to uphold it.
Tutu worked quickly, his sharp teeth biting through the string. He could feel the tension in the net loosening with each bite. The sun was beginning to set, casting long shadows across the forest floor, but Tutu didn't stop. Finally, with a snap, the net fell open. Fofo was free. He leaped out of the net and hugged Tutu tightly. "Thank you, Tutu. You saved me," Fofo exclaimed, his eyes shining with gratitude. The two friends knew that they could always count on each other, no matter what challenges they faced in the forest. Fofo scurried out of the net. He thanked Tutu for saving him. He felt so relieved and grateful.
Thank you, Tutu. You saved my life.
But why are you all alone, Fofo?
I don't have any friends.
Tutu smiled warmly at Fofo.
Well, I think I have a solution for that. How about we introduce you to some of the other animals in the forest? I bet they'd love to meet you.
Do you really think so?
Of course. Come on, let's go make some friends. Come on, Fofo. Follow me, there's something I want to show you.
Tutu led Fofo through the trees, and they soon came to a clearing filled with animals.
Don't be afraid, Fofo. Everyone here is very friendly.
Tutu approached a group of rabbits and introduced Fofo to them.
Hi, Fofo, we're so happy to meet you.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here.
And just like that, Fofo began to feel a little more at home among his new friends in the forest.
I started to feel more comfortable.
He joined the rabbits in a game of tag.
I ran and dodged between their fluffy tails.
He laughed as a butterfly tickled his nose with its wings.
I was so happy to be surrounded by new friends. They let me touch their soft noses. I had never had so much fun. I even gathered my courage to talk to the deer. They were kind and gentle. As the sun began to set, I took out the seeds and berries I had gathered earlier. I shared them with my new friends.
They all sat together, enjoying the food and each other's company.
I realized that friendship wasn't about being alone. It was about sharing and caring for others. I felt a warmth in my heart that I had never felt before.
The other animals decided to surprise Fofo. They gathered around him in a circle.
Fofo, you're a very fast runner.
You have the cutest nose, chirped a butterfly. And you're a very kind and generous friend, added one of the deer.
Fofo blushed, his heart overflowing with joy.
I had never felt so loved and appreciated before.
From that day on, Fofo was never lonely again. The forest had become his home, a place where he felt truly accepted and loved. Every morning, he would wake up to the sound of birds chirping and the rustling of leaves, knowing that his friends were just around the corner, ready to embark on new adventures. He had made so many wonderful friends in the forest. Each one brought something unique to his life, whether it was the wise old owl who shared stories of the past, or the playful squirrels who always knew how to make him laugh. Together they formed a bond that was unbreakable.
We shared our food and stories. Every evening, we would gather around the big oak tree, sharing tales of our day and enjoying the delicious fruits and nuts we had collected. It was a time of joy and togetherness, where everyone felt like they belonged. We looked out for each other. Whenever someone was in trouble, we would all come together to help. Whether it was finding food during a harsh winter or protecting each other from predators, we knew we could always count on one another. We played together every day. From dawn till dusk, the forest was filled with laughter and joy. We played hide and seek among the trees, raced through the meadows, and even had friendly competitions to see who could climb the highest.
Fofo, You taught us so much about bravery and kindness. Your courage in the face of danger and your willingness to help others inspired us all. You showed us that true strength comes from the heart.
Yeah, and you showed us that even the smallest of us can make a big difference. Your actions proved that no matter how small or insignificant we might feel, we all have the power to make a positive impact on the world around us.
And most importantly, you showed us that friendship can be found in the most unexpected places. In a world where we often feel alone, you reminded us that there is always someone out there who cares, someone who is willing to be our friend.
And that filled my heart with happiness every single day. Knowing that I had friends who cared about me, who would stand by me no matter what, made every moment in the forest a treasure.
The forest was not just a place, it was a community, a family. And in that family we found love, joy, and a sense of belonging that we had never known before. Fofo's journey had led him to a place where he was truly happy, surrounded by friends who loved him for who he was.